Yo, the invisible Indians is on the hot seat. KINGJAHPOWER. Be king. Get free or die. If he is dead, they wear the crown. All right, brothers and sisters, make sure you like this video right here on KINGJAHPOWER. Subscribe to KINGJAHPOWER. Go over there to the throne of KINGJAHPOWER and subscribe to KINGJAHPOWER YouTube page on the way. Okay, make sure you be looking for that. The throne live streams is on the way with me. Okay, the throne live streams with the elders is already popping. Okay, KINGJAHPOWER website on the way. All right. So, the invisible Indians is these Negroes that be out here, commenting and all the comments, and then you go, try to see some rebuttal videos on their page. They don't got no videos, no pictures, no nothing. All they got is comments. They've been commenting to people. So they is the invisible Indians, the fat boy and his invisible Indian tribe. See, y'all is on the hot seat. Black people out here, again, is waking up to their African conscience. See, when it come to truth, you got to go with Africa. If you a black man in America, you can't go out here and say that dummy stuff y'all be out here talking about. Now, I got an article I want to read to y'all. Okay, it's from a lady named KINGJAHPOWER. Okay, and she talking about the lady running for governor of Georgia, Stacy Abrams. Now, black people always coming out here, like I told y'all, black and brown. See, you just don't want to, exclude everybody else and just say black. See what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of attachment like a tick is to a dog. You see what I'm saying? To attach yourself to go up to the people to try to sneak a check. Okay? See, now when I read this article, it's going to show that the Indians know that African people and Indian people was two different people. Okay? Just because a couple of Indians in slavery ran over to the Indian reservations, for refuge, don't make you no Indian. Okay? And see, the invisible Indians always coming back trying to talk. But I say, yo, make a video showing me, the peoples in your family and go back and show me where you come from. Your lineage is Indians. Okay? They can't do it. Okay? All you do is got talk. Okay? That's not going to be relevant right here when you can make a video explaining and proving to us that you got Indian lineage and you don't got nothing to do with Africa. Silly Negroes. All right. Now, so like I said, they know the difference between Africans and Indians, and black people in America don't want to stand on their own square, so they run over there and try to, use Indian talking points or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? And see, how is you talk about you an Indian helping your reparations argument? It's actually going against your reparations argument. The reparations is set aside for people of African descent. See, if you talk about you an Indian, you throwing the whole reparation argument off. Okay, that's why you never saw Tariq get up here and say he ain't no African, because if you say you not no African, which I'm gonna show in this article right here, that if you saying dummies out here talk about they want reparation, but you saying the slave trade fake and you an Indian. So if the slave trade fake and you an Indian, how is that helping out your reparations argument? It's actually working against it. Okay? Because if you an Indian, which I'm gonna show, they already done got their reparations, and she gonna separate the African people from the Indian people. For the little goofy fat boy invisible Indians or whatnot. So now, the only way you will ever get reparations, and I'm going to read the article in a second, is through paying African Israel. You will have a greater chance of getting it, because the only way they will give it to you if you was to say you would leave. See, they want to have an all-white country. Guess what black people will come back and say? Well, man, I ain't no African. I'm a Israelite Indian or whatnot, or invisible Indian or whatnot, because they'll say, well, Amerio Vespucci, what's his name? Superior Africanus came up with the name Africa. Well, Amerio Vespucci came up with the word America. Okay? Period. Well, it was named Turtle Island at first. where Africa was named Mount Kebulan. See, all them little dumb talking points, we can bang and blow them up, with C4 off the rip. Period. That's not feasible today. That's why black people, when they get up there and you start talking reparations, you got to be talking about you were African. You can't be talking about you were Indian. Now, let me read this lady article right here, because she banged on you. This lady, because Joe Biden and all the Democrats or whatnot, Stacy Abrams or whatnot, got up there to talk about some brown and black. You can't do that. See what I'm saying? Them peoples is already got their reparations is what they gonna get from America. So Kim Tallberry, y'all can go look her up. She on Twitter. It's at KIMTALLBEAR. Okay, and you can see that she Indian. You see what I'm saying? She look like Big Red. Okay, so Biden, she say Biden and other clueless white Democrats need to stop bringing native peoples into their reparations convo. We have treaties and other rights. Reparations is not our avenue. So let me stop right there. See, if you talk about you were Indian, you can't talk about reparations. What you talk about reparations for, if you were Indian, the Indians already got there. So you could kill that point, that FBA shit is dead. Period, that's dead. If y'all whole talking point is reparations, and then you talk about your lineage, go back to some Indians, well, y'all already got y'all. Okay? So it's time for the African people in the America to stand up and get their reparations. Don't come over here talk about you were African with a dashiki on if they start handing out some checks. Okay? And she goes on to say, reparations is not our avenue. They show their historical and legal ignorance while trying to deflect from African people, black people's demands. Okay? Period. So she's showing you it's a totally different, these is two totally different races with two totally different objectives. Period. They already done got their place in their piece of the pie in America. They got land or whatnot. Black people ain't got no land. You not on no reservations. You out here running around in the concrete jungle with everybody else. Period. Okay? So black people can stop, reparations. Civil rights 2.0. Okay? Talk about black and brown, Native Americans and black Americans or whatever. No. She say Biden and all these invisible Indians or whatnot and other clueless white Democrats need to stop bringing Native American peoples into the reparations convo. Why? Because black peoples is not no Native Americans. The only way you get reparations if you know you were African. See? You can't have both. See? So you can kill that invisible Indian talk, okay, and all the FBA talk. If you keep talking about you some Indians, you got to be a descendant of a slave, of an African, okay? And Joe Biden go and say, Joe Biden wants to see the studies about a feasible slavery reparations. If in fact there are ways to get direct payments for reparations, I want to see it, says Joe Biden on Thursday. Okay, and so this article came out last Thursday. Joe Biden, y'all can use the same payment plan that y'all did with, what you and Trump did with the stimulus packages. Okay? You can use that same plan. The American dollar is not backed on nothing. Y'all print the money. You could just print, whatever money that is owed to the African peoples that was brought to the Americas since 1619. Okay, now, you could prove that you were African, okay, and you were African, not no Indian, not no mixed. So if you could prove you were African, then you can get reparations. But if you if you were Israelite, if you some type of invisible Indian or whatnot, then you're not getting no reparations because y'all already got y'all. So, okay? And the Native American people is a totally different people than African people in America or anywhere else in the damn world. So that killed both of them arguments. Y'all need Pan-Africanism, goofy. If you was over here saying what you think, it would be a better chance you over here saying you were Indian, contradicting yourself again, okay? You fighting against your own argument. You see what I'm saying? That's why, you know, the brothers and sisters is going out there saying Africa, okay? You know, they trying to relate it to some Bible Israelites, which I'm going to talk about on a different video. But nonetheless, they know they African. So they can go and be a part of the reparations movement. If you saying you a wabo, dummy, invisible Indian, you not a part of the reparation movement. So you can stop screaming FBA. That's why Fat Boy and Tariq will never get along, because Tariq is saying he an African of African descent, and y'all is saying y'all is of Indian descent. But you saying you want reparations too. How you gonna get reparations for some Indians? Indians already got it. You should be going over there, knocking on the reservation, okay, and saying y'all owe us reparations. Period. See, you out here talking about trying to deflect and say, you know, Africans owe you reparations and all of this. That's how I know this ain't nothing but some Europeans and some mixosphere in all these groups. Tell them to show their face. They not, because they some invisible Indians, don't got no DNA, okay, because the councils of all the Indian reservations is ran by whites, okay? And then the little Indians, red Indians or whatnot, they, you know, still oppressed right there, you know, in their own land. Period. See? And black people, you was a whole different person, because you're not on no reservation. You can't show me nobody in your family that look like Kim Tallbear or my granddaddy Big Red. Even if you could, that's only one. And the rest of your family is black people, okay? And then you got one Indian. How is you the Indian and not all these black? How all these black people get here? Black people didn't come from no India. See, it's all kind of ways you could debunk y'all argument. And the people that's you asking for reparations for gonna do the same thing. They're gonna use them same talking point to debunk your argument. If you go up there and would have said, yo, we asked for reparations for the FBA Indians of America, man, they gonna laugh you off the stage. Period. That's just not a feasible argument. So invisible Indians, FBA, that's dead. Okay? FBA can exist if you're a descendant of an African. If you're not a descendant of an African, you can't even be FBA. You can't be FBA and be a descendant of an Indian. That's your period. All right, family, y'all like this video. Stacy Abrams and the rest of y'all demo rats. We not no black, brown, or no copper. We black. We Africans. Period. And we deserve the reparations that our ancestors worked for. All right, family, y'all like this video. Subscribe to King Jah Power. Go over there to the throne of King Jah Power and do the same thing. Jah Power. Big King. Get free or die. Heavy is dead with a crime.